The price of Bitcoin right now is $27,100. Pretty much the entire stock market is rallying today and the US dollar is falling. I mean, you can see here in pre-market here, it's SPX, S&P 500 up 1%, Dow Jones up 0.5%. Why is this happening and why is the price of Ethereum rallying today? Well, this is in part due to the jobs report. The jobs report is coming out today at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. When that jobs report hits, it's expected that from basically now, there will be no more rate hikes, or potentially definitely not one happening in June. As there isn't a rate hike expected in June, and again, how can we confirm this? Well, if we go over to the CME Group's website right now, we can see on the CME Group's website, there's a 73% chance of no change in the rate hike. That is particularly good news for crypto, because ultimately what it means, it's just great news overall. It just means basically inflation is stopping and there's no need to increase the rate hike because they don't need to increase interest rates anymore. Ultimately, very good, very bullish news for the entire crypto space. And how does that reflect into the price of Bitcoin? Well, let's discuss that right now. If you wouldn't mind, please do drop a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel, press that subscribe button down there. My name is Jordan. I make videos on the internet here every single day about cryptocurrency, so check them out, like, subscribe, and let's crack straight on with today's Bitcoin analysis, Ethereum analysis, and also right now, I'm going to show you my current open trades because I think it's important. Again, transparency is important. I tell you, look, I trade. I tell you that I took a $700,000 trade out. I was actually wrong on that. It was $629,000 is the size of my Ethereum trade. Currently sat at $7,000 in a profit right here. I'm long on the price of Ethereum. I think that Ethereum's price is going to do particularly well in the coming days, especially because of this news regarding the jobs report. Now, as you can see here, inverse head and shoulders pattern starting to play out here on the hourly charts on Ethereum, but we want to get onto Ethereum in just a second. The first thing that we need to discuss is the price of Bitcoin right now. Currently set at $27,101. And by the way, guys, if you wouldn't mind, do you prefer this style of video where I just film it outside of the front of the camera instead of clicking the thing that goes backwards and forwards so it's of a slightly higher quality? If you do prefer that, slap a like and tell me in the comment section. If you prefer the other style, comment in the comment section as well. I'd appreciate it. So I just want to know what you guys prefer. So first things first anyway, the price of Bitcoin rallied up over the past kind of 24-hour period from $26,600 down here up to where it sits now at $27,100. I've been talking about being bullish on Bitcoin now for a couple of days, and it is starting to come true. As I've pointed out in the past, this green level right here is the target price for the price of Bitcoin right now, coming in at $27,500 there or thereabouts. Again, this line is not perfect. If we were to draw it perfectly, it would come out as $27,500. The other level of resistance that Bitcoin needs to break, I mean, that's pretty much the level of resistance that it needs to break through right there. If we were to break through that level of resistance, basically Bitcoin's price will likely come back up and retest the top up here around $28,500. And at that point in time, we're expecting some very, very, very significant gains in the altcoin market and in the market for Ethereum. Don't forget, this month is the month whereby China opened the doors to Hong Kong to open the doors to the crypto markets. These things take time to take effect, but they are slowly taking effect, and the market is slowly churning around slightly more bullishly every single day. Another little bullish tidbit of news would be that we're currently only 320 days away from the next Bitcoin halving on April the 15th, 2024. I mean, this is pretty good news anyway. Less than a year now until the next Bitcoin halving. We all know what happens every single Bitcoin halving. The price of Bitcoin generally goes up around 20 times from where it started that market. Now, looking at the price of Bitcoin right now, we've got a lot of things that we could be talking about. I think we should drop down onto a lower time frame to assess the likelihood of a breakout right now. And what are those breakout levels? Well, if you're not in a trade already, I would be looking to long above $27,180, which would be this level right here. A confirmed hourly break above this level right here would mean that we're likely going to go up to that $27,500 level, and at that point I will be taking some profit on the trade and then expecting a further break to the upside. I don't really expect Bitcoin to be getting rejected to the downside at this point in time, given that just above these price levels here, you can see there is a huge gap in liquidity. Having a huge gap in liquidity basically means that Bitcoin's price will fill that entire gap if it breaks the final range of liquidity all the way up here. It's interesting to see it play out in real time. And again, if we're looking at the hourly chart right now, the key level of liquidity that we need to break is this one right here. Breaking this level right here at $27,500 means that, again, lesser liquidity all the way up the chart. If you look at how Bitcoin's been performing on a very, very high time frame, like the daily chart right now, you can see that, again, bear market is happening. bear market bottoms out. If we're to compare that, in fact, I don't have the charts loaded on my screen, but if we're to look at this on the balance price index, you'd see that we hit the bottom of the balance price index, and that is a confirmed bottom at this point in time. We've since bounced to the upside and then got rejected. At this point in time, you have people screaming again for $20,000. You've got them screaming for $10,000. You've got people saying that it's going to go all the way back down to this level down here. And from my perspective, unless something major happens in the markets, that is likely not going to happen. And the price from this point in time has had a nice reset, just like it did last time. If we're to measure the price decline from last time round to the same price decline over this time round, let's just measure that from top to bottom. Let's let the price reset there. The last time we went down 20% from the highs, and Bitcoin from the highs this time went down a total of 16%. So pretty much the same percentage drop as it had last time round. And again, bearing in mind how short-lived that drop was, it's very similar to this drop that we've experienced recently. It's also important to point out that Bitcoin still sits within this bull flag pattern. You've got your stalk upwards, your flag outwards, and it's likely going to break back to the upside. In terms of how Ethereum is performing, well, Ethereum looks fantastic right now, but especially versus Bitcoin. And we've been talking about Ethereum versus Bitcoin on the channel here for an extended period of time. We've been saying, look, we're breaking to the upside of this chart, and we're going to come up and hit this green line up here. If I'm to zoom in on this chart right now and show you what's happening on the hourly chart, look, Ethereum just keeps on chugging against Bitcoin. Why is Ethereum chugging against Bitcoin right now? It's due to a number of reasons. Bitcoin ordinals clogging the Bitcoin network, meaning that essentially Bitcoin is acting slower than usual. Also, Ethereum has proved that it's a far more... If Bitcoin is to become like Ethereum, Ethereum is better at being Ethereum than Bitcoin is becoming like Ethereum. And also, Ethereum users are constantly on the rise right now because of the whole meme coin thing. And as the meme coin trend is dying off, those users are converting into altcoins. And if Hong Kong is opening doors to institutional investors and retail investors, that means the institutional and retail investors, they're not going to be buying meme coins. They're going to be buying the 16 designated coins that the government said that they can buy, one of which is Ethereum. So from my perspective, again, Ethereum sits very strongly within the buy category right now, and definitely within the hold category over what Bitcoin does, to be honest, because I really do prefer Bitcoin to Ethereum. The other important thing to point out would be Bitcoin dominance keeps dropping. And of course, the DXY did have a rally up this morning. However, the DXY overall is looking pretty gosh darn weak. We are currently just bouncing off of this outside line down here. We're looking like just like we've kind of dropped off a cliff there, and this is a trend that's going to continue. The DXY will keep dropping. This is inevitable, and because the DXY is going to keep dropping, Ethereum's price is going to keep rising, the price of Bitcoin is going to keep rising, and my price target for a breakout on the price level of Ethereum right now, I'm going to tell you exactly where it would be. So if you're not currently in a trade and you're looking to open a trade at these levels right here, what I'd be looking for is a break of this resistance level, pretty much where we're currently at. If we start trading above this resistance level right here, the odds are we come back up to around $1,920. It's around $40 price difference from where we are right now. If we're to measure that as a price increase over the current price, that would only be a 2% price increase. But again, it's not insignificant, because as soon as you break through this next level of resistance all the way up there at $1,930, if you break through that $1,930 resistance, then at that point in time, the next price target becomes around $2,000. And the likelihood of hitting $2,000 having broken that level is pretty high, given that we've got this W reversal pattern. Other things to discuss today would, of course, be how XRP is performing. And XRP is back up 1% over the course of the past 24 hours. So this is looking very strong, very, very bouncy. And of course, in today's crypto news, just before we get onto that, go to cryptosavingexpert.com, sign up, make an account. It's growing currently at hundreds of new users per day. It's absolutely free. And of course, it's the best place to learn about crypto on the entire internet. Nobody's doing structured learning, and if they are doing structured learning, it's not free. This is free, and it's structured learning. And also at the same time as having all that structured learning, there's guides, and there's also news on there, and you can check the price of any cryptocurrency. So check it out, link in today's video description. But back to the video today. Fortnite's Twitter account briefly hacked to promote a fake cryptocurrency. Fortnite said it's not involved in selling any cryptocurrencies following the hack. Interesting to see. If you want to read more about it, go to cryptosavingexpert.com. Sui Network has bagged a multi-year partnership with Red Bull Racing. In the coming months, Sui and Red Bull will unveil immersive digital experiences for the racing team's fans. Interesting to see. Won't really affect the price of the coin, but if you want to read more about it, go to cryptosavingexpert.com. And finally, the most important story that I briefly alluded to yesterday is that Tether's market cap has soared to a new high above $83.2 billion. It's got more than 60% market dominance in the stablecoin market right now, and USDT is absolutely a powerhouse that will more than likely lead the next bull run. Slap a like on this video if you haven't already, and also subscribe to the channel. Now, a couple more things to discuss today, of course. The main one being the jobs report that is coming today. Now, the jobs report that's coming today It's not on the Fed's website. However, you can see from this article that was put out there by Bloomberg earlier today, stocks gain ahead of key US jobs data, dollar dips, market wrap. Fed Harker says that officials should at least skip the June hike, and China considers new property stimulus. Hong Kong shares rally. Hong Kong's market is bullish right now. China's market is bullish right now. The US market is not bullish at all, but that doesn't matter because the next bull run in crypto comes from the East. I've been saying this forever. The most important thing to point out would be right now that there's a 73.8% chance of the basically being no Fed rate hike change in the next month, which is, to be honest, if that happens, Bitcoin breaks $30,000, bull market's back on, and all the stars are aligning. If you're not already following my main channel, That Martini Guy, please type it in on YouTube and please go and subscribe to it. I talk about my altcoin portfolio there all the time. I'm doing a 3-month altcoin challenge on that channel right now. Currently, that is around 3.78% in profit. We're doing like an index fund, whereby we take 10 different altcoins and then measure the value of them and basically trade them across the course of 3 months to see if we can make a profit. And so far, we've been doing it 4 days and it's currently 4% in profit. 1% profit a day, not bad at all. Now, if you want to follow that, again, there's also a link in today's video description. I'd highly recommend you check it out and learn more about the altcoin space, because that is the space that is going to be growing over the next 12 months. I really do genuinely believe we've got a huge bull run coming in the altcoin market. But on that note, guys, Bitcoin's bullish, Ethereum's bullish. My trade, ending today's video, how much profit are we in on that trade right now? Let me just try and find the right tab. There we go. It's currently $7,200 in profit. But thank you all very much for watching today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you slap a like on the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.